Hey guys! So, of course, welcome to Tipsy Talks with T and A. But today, we are more like T and A and Nan.
Or we're T and A.
T and A. Or we're T A N, like tan. Like his sweater.
Like his sweater. I love the accent.
So, as you can tell, we are super excited and tipsy to have Miss Nancy Cleveland.
Hi guys, and I'm here to talk about On the Table. Megan, coming to you Wednesday, October 30th.
Yes. So, kick it off by introducing my amazing friend, Nancy. Letting you guys know a little bit about what she does. If you don't know Nancy, she's like super cool. She does a little bit of everything. She's very well connected. She's a professional, and she's a very well respected person here in the Middle Georgia and New York area. She's a very well respected person. So, in the thoughts of productivity and, getting things done, who would be a better person to bring but Nancy? Nancy, would you like to tell people a little bit about yourself?
Of course. T hyped me up so much. She's making it sound better than what it is, guys. But my name is Nancy Cleveland. I am the Communications and Development Associate with the Community Foundation of Central Georgia, which spearheads On the Table Macon. And this is the second year that we're doing this and bringing a great event to the entire Macon-Bibb community. And this year we'll also be doing this in Milledgeville. So On the Table Milledgeville will be happening at the same day, same time, all day, everywhere, throughout their community, and kind of answer whatever questions you guys have so that you guys have the information to get involved and start being the change you want to see in our community.
Absolutely. And I think that, it brings a good point. I like the name, On the Table. Mm-hmm. We always talk about the privilege of having a seat at the table, mm-hmm. and, having that opportunity presented to us. And, a lot of us are, making our steps in our community. As you know, all three of us are really active in the community as far as give back, as far as just doing things for the greater good. So when you have a foundation that says, we're going to not only provide tables, but we're going to let organizations and companies and, influencers and several organizations come together and not only have their own tables, but talk about topics that matter to the everyday person, and they're going to actually give an ear to it. It's a big deal. So we're here in our amazing segment for Nancy, discussing what exactly On the Table is, how you can be a part of it, where do you register, how many tables can you be a part of, and how much fun you're going to have, because assumptively, we're all going to be there. So at this point now, we're going to kind of just go into basically what On the Table is, what's the goals, and how people can get involved.
Very cool. Well, that's a great segue. On the Table actually is a national initiative. It started in Chicago in 2014, and it was developed by the Chicago Community Trust. And it works so well in that community, the Knight Foundation decided to replicate it across 10 cities throughout the nation. And Macon, luckily, is one of the Knight cities, so we were able to bring it to Macon last year. But we sit amongst giants, so other cities such as Miami, Silicon Valley, Philadelphia, those are some of the other cities doing On the Table this year. Some of them have already happened, some are happening this week, some are happening later in the year. You can go to knightfoundation.org to see all these different cities that are funded by the Knight Foundation doing On the Table, but over 30 cities throughout the country have done On the Table. They just have not all been funded by the Knight Foundation. Wow. So here in Macon, with the grant money that we received for Knight to bring On the Table to the city, we were able to bring almost 5,000 people around tables last year, and that was a great experience. A quarter of those people said that they met people they never knew before through the On the Table experience. They exchanged information with people they never met before, and I think that was very pivotal for Macon, because coming from the New York area, I took it for granted meeting new people all the time. I was always on the subway, always walking up and down the streets. Like, it was just I never thought about meeting new people. It was just a part of my life. But being in Macon, I realized how you have to actually make a extended effort to like meet someone new. It's really easy to get trapped into your circle and see the same people over and over, and that ends up being detrimental to our community because you don't really know what's happening in all these pockets when people are stuck in their silos.
Right.
So On the Table help break people out of that, and then it's not just about conversation, and that's what you're going to hear me pumping for the next couple of weeks, because I know some people are like, oh, we're sick of talking. This is not about talking. It's all about going from conversation to action. So we help you put your money where your mouth is. Last year we gave away $15,000 and we awarded that to 17 different projects.
Oh, wow.
And these were projects that range from bringing bathrooms downtown for the homeless to laundry days, going around and actually doing laundry for the people who aren't able to do it, or even the homeless as well. Or organizing church bands to shuttle people to grocery stores after our Kroger closed. And so all of these ideas that citizens have to kind of make the community better, knowing what they're going through, is what On the Table is designed for. And this year we're actually giving away $40,000. Okay, so we've more than doubled the amount we're giving away, and it's a very unique opportunity because these are the only grants that Community Foundation gives away that can be awarded to individuals.
Yeah.
Our grant program, like our nonprofit grant program, which gives away up to $25,000 twice a year, is only for 501c3s.
Yeah.
Right.
So this is a unique opportunity, and I'll give you a success story, guys, because I'm really all about women lie, men lie, numbers don't. So I'm always going to come to you with facts. So you can always question me, and if I don't know, I'll admit it and I research it. But I know that this is a successful program because one of our grant recipients, Miss Ernestine, she actually went through a program called the Neighborhood Leadership Institute, which is a program that Historic Macon Foundation does. And she won a grant through that program. Then she went through On the Table, one of that 2 grants actually. I think she got a total of $1,500 through us. She was doing a porch program with the neighborhood kids. So she got them t-shirts and basically designed a program where the neighborhood kids go and prepare and repair senior homes, like mound, things like, fixing up the porch and stuff like that, just to help them buy into taking care of their community.
Right.
Yeah.
Then she went on to apply to the Griffith Family Foundation and got a $10,000 grant.
Nice.
So when you do the work and you apply the knowledge, you can see the results. And Miss Ernestine, bless her heart, is much older than a lot of the people I hear saying, oh, well, what about this, what about that?
Right.
So I really put on the table to tell people, if there's anything that you think has been lacking, or anything that you want to see, or anything that has happened somewhere else in the country or the world that you think needs to happen in Macon, now is the time to talk about it and then really be about it.
Right.
And you can't really sit here and point fingers and say, I'm not going to finish any of the sentences, because this is the platform for you to do it.
Right.
Yeah.
I love that. Wow.
I got a couple. A couple of comments. Ms. Ernestine, definitely no person, because I helped her with the garden.
Oh yeah.
Me out there helping them with the kids and stuff, and we set up the raised beds.
Okay.
And we actually grew vegetables.
Oh
and
wow,
plants.
see?
Yeah, so she had pulled me into that. So
It
which is
evolved.
dope. Yeah.
I don't know which
Cool.
project that was of her, but I think it's so cool to know that you've been involved in 2 different grant projects. Can you talk a little bit more about how you involved in Laundry Days?
Yeah, well, Laundry Days, the start of Laundry Days actually started originally in Fort Valley, like at least 12, 14 years ago when I was going down there. It was an idea that Andrea's mom had done because she worked for Peach County Family Connections at the time. So she was trying to get the community more involved. So she had wrote the grant and it was approved for it. So we were down there helping the Laundry Days with her. So then Andrea brought it back and revived it like years later. So that's where the idea came from. We was already doing it down there. And I guess when she had came across the Knight Foundation, she had used that concept. So with that, we've had 5 laundry days that we done. And we received funds from a church down in Fort Valley as well, because they saw it on the news and they saw that we've been posting it on Facebook.
What? Really?
That's
We've
awesome.
also had Yeah, I got laundry stuff like on the other side of this wall.
Good to know.
People have been making individual donations too to keep the program going.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm getting more tea while we're here.
Right.
So to me, I that's just beautiful, and I think that is the epitome of why you need to get involved in this program. Do you hear what this man is saying?
Right.
I remember on the news did reach out to us because we shared the event on our Facebook and other places, and they reached out to us and they wanted to interview with Andrea, but I had no idea people were going to start sending money or churches would donate. And I went to school for advertising, and I remember being in class and they used to tell us, if you really want to make money, solve a problem.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, and I think that's what a lot of people need to realize. Like, if you realize that the #1 retailer in the world doesn't own any stores, Amazon, the #1 taxi service in the world doesn't own any cars, Uber, then you realize that people are becoming billionaires, millionaires, successful from solving problems that we need.
Absolutely.
We need access to products, and everyone can't walk to a store. We need transportation, and everybody can't go buy a taxi or truck, just wave down a cab. You know, it was from solving problems that the world had that they found that success, and that's what I'm hoping On the Table does. And I hope Laundry Days continues to grow. But we also have another host over here, Miss Tipsy Arts over here. She's actually doing a really cool, unique table, which is like a sipping paint.
Yes.
And I would love to hear more about how you want that to go. Yeah, because that's a table I'm definitely going to be at.
Right. That's a table everybody should be at. I want everybody to make sure you're going on Eventbrite and registering for the tables that you can make. Look into the topics. Mine is art culture. And basically what I'm trying to do is, one, of course, the typical, I want everybody to get a seat at the table. But I want you to get a chance to talk about what art culture does for you in the community.
So, who better to have for the art of productivity than one of the most, probably the most productive person I know?
She has it.
Nancy.
She always gassing it.
So, Nancy knows, and we actually just did it. Like, when we get together, we can be super productive. When it comes to just productivity in general, you know, I feel like we as millennials have a little one-up on people, like other generations at least. Because I feel like we have so many different ways to be productive nowadays. We can do our marketing on apps on our phones, you know, things like that. I mean, we just did it like the other day and just did boards. Like, we're a little bit more creative, artsy. So, what do you feel like in comparing today's day of productivity and what we consider to be productive and kind of what we used to do back in the days when we had dial-up?
Well, I feel like I'm one of those jaded millennials. So whereas I do see we have a lot more resources, I do see a lot of the analysis paralysis. So we have so many things at our disposal, we really aren't doing anything, or we're more so making it look like we're doing something than actually doing the something.
Yes.
So there's a lot of curating of your image online and a lot of pictures and filters, but when you're looking at the results, which is the only way you can measure your productivity, they're not there. So
Right.
I think, you know, there's a, you know, we could benefit from, like, you know, having like a intergenerational kind of
Mesh.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Mesh is the perfect word.
I agree with that.
Yeah, because they're used to just like doing the hard work. Like they're
Yeah.
typewriters, calculators, whatever, no cell phones, pay phones, like they walk the pavement, all the other stuff.
Right.
But we can use some of that like grit combined with like technology.
I know, I remember the first time I used a typewriter, and I was one of those people who actually used the typewriter and was like, where do I put the paper in? That happened to me. Like, I see it in movies, I see it in like TV shows, and that really happened to me. I'll never forget that. Like, and it's so funny nowadays that I can be like today on my phone, I'm a big person with Siri. Hey Siri, remind me at to get blah, blah, blah. So like, for me, I agree with you, because I know we spoke the other day, and even like Wayne always said, write it down, make it clear, write it down. You get what I'm saying? Like, write out those plans. So yeah, sometimes I rely on saying, hey Siri, hey Siri, hey Siri. But if the notification comes up and I do nothing with it, You get what I'm saying? I felt like I was being super organized this day. I'm not talking to you right now, Siri. Sorry. But
She's
like, she's ready.
name.
She's so ready. She's like, look, she's still sitting there, weirdo. Like, seriously, I today I got a notification, and this morning I woke up. I was like, to do. Remind me this Thursday, Wednesday, all this stuff, and my notification came up, and I saw it, and I was like, okay, I can do that in the morning. And like for a second, I was like, no, check it. Like, just take those 2 seconds and do it. So I feel like we need to be a lot more hands-on. That is a critique that I would like to give to millennials, is we have that huge advantage of being able to make it look good, as you mentioned, on like social media and stuff like that. But how productive are you on a daily basis? How many things do you check off your to-do list? More importantly, do you have a to-do list? As someone who, I guess, doesn't have a job, I know it's really important for me to make sure that I do those to-do lists, because if not, it's so easy to blow through my day. So I think it's really important for us to kind of stay on top of each other.
Yeah.
We do check-ins. You get what I'm saying? And check on your entrepreneur friends.
Yeah.
We need it.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? As far as apps and things like that, I'll give you a little snippet. I use Canva.com.
Yeah,
I use that. I've seen people use Poster Maker.
Post on my wall.
Poster My Wall. That's what it is. And like, I see people use these apps, and I see them make flyers on their own. You get what I'm saying? We have a lot of entrepreneur friends, and I always say to reach out to them for resources. You get what I'm saying? I think we've lost heavily the practice of bartering services.
Yeah. Well, I haven't lost it.
Yeah, right.
I wouldn't even have these locks in my head if it wasn't for bartering.
Are you serious?
Seriously, like at the time when I started, well, I had a dream. That's what made me want to lock my hair. But I was already working with a hairstylist, and in exchange for doing her business cards, her marketing and everything, she was doing my hair. So I just hit her up like, hey, I had a dream I want to get my hair locked, and then she locked my hair. And it was just like, it was like literally like almost a year of my life. Like, I didn't pay to get my hair done. I was just doing design work. I didn't pay rent for almost a year too. I was like doing the design work for my landlord and like doing her campaigns for her houses and stuff. So like I bartered my whole life away through college. Like, I didn't even know what it was to like pay for something.
Oh yeah.
But now I think where I'm at, like being a little bit more mature or whatever, I'm not getting the A+ in adulting or anything, but I feel like I have understood the way I operate, and it makes me more productive.
Absolutely.
And like understand it in like a real way. Like, I do not do well after 5. Like, at 5 o'clock, I am not coming up with good ideas, probably not emailing you or hitting you back. So the only things that happen after 5 for me are things that are sociable, things I don't really need to do a lot of work with, like things I could just show up with. Like, my meetings are gonna be before 12. Like, I'm gonna get those things out the way, and that's okay. I used to for a while beat myself up like, I need to pull all-nighters, and man, I'm not doing nothing after I pull an all-nighter. I will pull an all-nighter and not go to class the next day. Exactly. Right. And so it does not work for me. And so for all you that pull all-nighters, that is great. That's a superpower. But it's not for me. Like, and I think that's like what people have to like kind of get to, because in the age of social media, you're doing that compare and despair thing. And like, anything they can do, I can do better, but maybe not. Like, so it's really about knowing what your strengths and weaknesses are, and like putting some of those strategies and tactics into place to like making you as productive as you can be, and like honing in on the strengths and not just trying to like always trying to make up for the weaknesses. And I was there for a while. Like, I'm gonna get up at 5 and I'm gonna run a mile, and man, if you're gonna do that, that's fine. That's fine.
Who hasn't made the gym plans? And I'll put my gym partner out there. Shout out to you, AD.
Yeah. I've been on one of their little morning walks. Please. You see how she got all that weight loss, because she ain't out there walking.
But like, it's like, write a plan down. Make it plain. You know what I mean? Do what you say you're gonna do.
Smart goals.
I see, and I joke about, and I will honestly say, I joke about seeing a lot of plans on people's Facebook statuses, whether it be an event or an idea or whatever, it never happens from the original person, or sometimes it does. And then it's like, you know, the great idea happened, but nothing came from it. You know what I mean? Like, I watch people like talk about stuff, and I'm like, okay, well, let's do it. You get what I'm saying? Because especially when you put a good idea out there, we want you to be productive and realize that other people share those same ideas. You know what I mean? Even talking about what we talked about earlier with On the Table. You know what I'm saying? Like, we share the same idea, so when you're productive, realize that more than likely you're not going to be by yourself with that dope idea. Somebody else is thinking it.
Though. Because, like, honestly, there's a movie out there, it's mad random, but it's called A Beautiful Mind. And it talks about, it's the biography of John Nash. And he's a real person that invented Nash's theory of equilibrium. And this is a theory that corporations use to even invent the idea of corporations and conglomerates. And he pretty much scientifically proved that the way to maximize the profit, the gain, the best results for a group of people is for everyone in the group to work for the best interest of everyone in the group. And so, like, being a partner or collaborator literally will get you the best results because it's been scientifically proven. It's not just a good idea.
Right.
What I'm pretty much trying to say.
Basically, but I mean, like, we know that. So it's like, talk to your friends. I feel like we're awesome friends, and we click like stronger. Like, a lot of my friends, you know what I'm saying? When we get together, we have our little talks. We drink. We get tipsy. However, you know, we have these intelligent conversations, and we're super productive. So if I could wrap this up, I would say, you know what I mean?
Focus on your strengths, not your weaknesses.
Yes.
Results are the only thing that matter. Use technology to your advantage, and you know.
And don't let technology take advantage of you either. Don't let it be your downfall. Like, we have it.
Do it. At the end of the day, you gotta do it. Nike.
Just do it like Nike. Right. So stay productive. Stay tipsy. Bottoms up, guys.
Yes.
We'll be back.
All right, y'all, we are back. Tipsy Talk with TNA. We're going to get into the music business tips. I want to talk about 360 deals. 360 deals. It could be good and bad. The pros. One, if you sign like a 360 deal that's right, meaning that the actual label invest in all the other revenue streams that you would receive income from, your income streams, if they invest. Like, if they're out there constantly trying, not only you sign for the record, the recording, but if they're out there trying to get you movie roles, get you book deals, get you endorsements, then yeah, it's cool, because they are taking their funds and putting them out there to bring way more money in. So then, you know, you're getting the...
You get your coin.
Exactly. You're getting your coins from all different sources.
Get your what? Coin.
Yeah, your coins from all different sources. The bad thing is, if the label does not do that, or the entity that's providing you this particular deal, if they don't do that and they still want it, then they're just basically robbing you, because you can do it yourself.
Right.
I think a lot of artists, you know, they don't want to have to deal with the legwork that goes in with that. But they can be looked upon as good and bad, depending on your situation, what you're going to get out of it. It's the mindset. I think it's a case-by-case basis, as far as like how you want to approach that. Is there anything you want to add to that?
I would say, do you think that artists sign those deals? I know we always say that, you know, the thirst is real when it comes to anybody hitting you up like, hey, we have an offer, or hey, we have a deal. But as far as, you know, artists just making that decision, I would say, you know, keep the thirst, you know, stay tipsy, my friends.
Yeah.
But at the same time, know what people are offering you. I guess stay educated. I think that sometimes artists, you know, we are quick to jump the gun to opportunities, but know what is an opportunity and who's being op. Like, there's some people who are just out to really just do business, and you as an entity, you aren't thought about your product. What can I sell? What can I flip? You get what I'm saying? So I think that we need to, you know, kind of make sure we're reading up on things and get knowledgeable. Don't hire anybody to do anything that you necessarily don't have an idea of what they're doing. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
or at least an idea. You know what I mean? I'm not saying know everybody's job and become a marketing specialist and all this other stuff, but know what these people. You know what I mean? Get somebody to read this paperwork. But yeah, I think that was really good. That's come up, and I've seen a lot of artists getting some opportunities lately, and I'm like, okay, let's see what's the meat of these situations. So
Exactly. All right, y'all. We're gonna be back with our
hottest artists.
highlights.
Yes. Hey guys. So this topic, of course, is our highlights of visual artists and performing artists. So me this week, I want to highlight my boo, Lynn Love. We talked about productivity. You know, we talked about being, you know, hands-on in your career. We talked about, you know, getting them coins. And Lynn does just that. I'm an avid supporter. She drops her earrings. My mother be tagging me in her posts and stuff. Like, she is a local artist, or she is a artist here in Middle Georgia. She does sip and paint parties. She sells art. But you can get her art on so many different things. Like, I think it's so cool. So, like, you can buy a mug and it'll have, like, her painting on it. You can get bags. My mom has, like, a bag from her, and, like, it's washable, everything. Like, you can get t-shirts with her art on it.
Yeah.
She is so versatile, and I love the way she gets her coins. You know, when I'm talking to artists and I'm like, you know, what's your product? Oh, you know, I painted this canvas and, you know, whatever. Okay, that's cool. Do you have a poster of it? No. You have prints? You know what I mean? Maybe that's in my price range.
Exactly.
No. But I have this $300 canvas. You know what? You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to think about your product and think about the way that you are flipping it, how you're making it on everybody's price points and things like that. Who is your market? And I feel like as an artist, I would love to commend her on the job that she does with knowing her markets and then fulfilling everybody's market. I mean, you can have a $10 price range and get something from her. You can have a couple $100 and get something from her, and everything in between. There's something that fits everybody. So for me, I just want to say big shout out to Lynn, because she's killing the game. She's doing it, and she's everywhere. So y'all make sure y'all book her. If you need any sip and paint parties, if you want custom pieces. I've seen her paint on a jacket as well. Yeah, so like, we there, and I'm super proud of her. So
Yeah, absolutely love. My performing artist I like to highlight this week is Mika Lachey. Y'all might know her as Tamika Dixon, I believe, on Facebook. She's a singer. She's like a modern, powerful type of singer. Reminds me a little bit of Black Pearl too. She has that type of voice it carries. She sent me her songs. I think the first one was Rockin' With You. The other one is This, I believe. She works with Chaz, so shout out to Chaz. CT Beats, he does a lot of productions for her. The thing I like about her is that, you know, one, she's a mom. So she's still feeling her mom role, but then also still not allowing that to hold her. You know, some people like to use that as an excuse or say that I can't do such and such.
yes.
But she's still out there chasing it. But I'm thinking, like, a lot of people got behind her, she could actually go, because she has a talent. She has the looks. You know, she's not bad looking or nothing like that. So I think her content and what she sings about is there too. So she would slide in that, like, neo soul almost.
Okay.
From neo soul to like sort of like a Aretha Franklin, and then
Wow.
yeah, she like I said, she has a real powerful voice. Yeah.
That's awesome.
So I'll be blasting the music or whatever. And she really gets down, so she can actually slide through a couple, you know, like genres or whatever, and be able to move in and out. So
that versatility, get your coins, get your paid.
Exactly. So y'all definitely go check out Mika Lachey fan page. Is her actual official Facebook page, and then I believe it's Mika Lachey on Instagram, MikaLashe, I believe, or A-E, yeah, it's something like that. But anyway, I'm gonna put it in a video so y'all can see. Those are our artist highlights.
Shop with Lynn.
Exactly,
Follow her
shop.
on social media as well. I believe it's Lynn Love Art. Or Lynn Love Artistic Creations.
Yeah.
We'll make sure we give you guys the information because we're really trying to plug people. Stay connected, and we will be right back. Don't die.
We back. Y'all know Miss Ponce funny.
Right. Andreas tried to die on me just now. It ain't happening.
Mm-mm.
Even when he tried to go and be like, we gotta record an episode. But we just want to wrap up. You know what I mean? We had an awesome show.
We
What you
did.
say?
We talked about a lot of stuff.
We did.
You know, the on the table, being productive.
Mhm.
You know, the artists. Just in general, you know, productivity and what it really means to be productive.
Right.
Be
Actually being
efficient.
productive.
Yeah. You know.
What it looks like, what it feels like.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? We also discussed, you know what I mean, as far as just your coin.
Yeah.
Better ways to get the coin. When to know when you're actually getting the coin and when it looks like you're getting the coin, because there's that.
Yep.
You know, mirage of the coin, which we see heavily on social media. So be true to yourself. You get what I'm saying? If you are working as an entrepreneur, make sure that you are checking in with your businesses every day. Make sure that you're finding ways to get the coin.
Yes.
Team up with people.
Yes.
Team up with other companies, other friends. Barter services if you need to. But make sure.
It's a lost art.
Yeah. Be productive. We actually want you to be productive. So thank you guys for tuning in, and we will see you next week.
You got give me your social media.
Oh, follow me on social media. Duh. I am Tiara Ponce, Tipsy Arts LLC, The Crib Boutique, and make sure you shop on the website because y'all probably ain't doing that. So go ahead and type in thecribboutique.com and go get you a couple shirts. And
So y'all know y'all can follow me, Bankedoutt Radio Show, Instagram, Bankedoutt_radio_show, Bankedoutt Radio Show, spaces in between, Facebook, call it 12478-390-1709. Yeah, just support overall, you know, and watch out for some new exciting shows. Coming on the Bankedoutt Radio Show that Miss Ponce is actually going to be in one of the episodes, so y'all look for that. And just you know, if you see the video, you can also listen to it on Spotify. Was that anchorfm.com, Google Play, Apple Podcasts, and about like 5-6 others with it. So just search Bankedoutt Radio Show. You want to tune in Tipsy Talk with TNA, you'll see that flyer on there. We appreciate the support.
yes, stay productive. Bottoms up.
Come and get this loving morning, noon, and night. On the bed, on the floor, or however you like it. Lay me on the table, I can be your meal. It's all you can eat, boy, come and get your fill. My love is unlimited, anything goes. It's all yours, from my head to my toes. Come on and put that loving on me, just have it your way. Anytime, every day, all day. You can have it in the morning, in the evening, it's at supper time. You can have it in the summer, in the winter, it's anywhere you like. You can have all of me. Whatever it takes to keep us alive.